Hi, today we're going to take a look at AI video editing tools for beginners. I have 8 tools that I'm going to rank from amazing to absolutely not. And I've set up my own subjective criteria for what I'm looking for as a marketer who edits videos pretty much every week for my own channels and also for my clients. I'd like it to be beginner friendly. And basically, I'm looking for a tool that's going to be able to do something in one click because I'm lazy and I don't want to be doing more editing than I need to. Otherwise, I'd just use a regular editor, not an AI editor. Number 2, I want this tool to be high rated and not sketchy. I'm only going to be testing these tools out for one video, so I'm going to also look into reviews just to make sure that it's not buggy. And 3, we also have a list of necessary features that I think any AI editor should have in the perfect world. So 1, it chooses the best takes automatically. B, it removes pauses and ums. 3, it adds captions. 4, it fixes the sound. And then it also adds dynamic movement. And as optionals, it adds B-roll. And if it has any other cool features, I also might bump it up in the ratings. If you don't have time to watch this entire video, you can skip to the end to see the ranking. Or you can also check out the description under this video because I will have all of these tools ranked. So let's get into it. The first tool is Captions. It says upload video at the bottom. So I guess we're going to be doing that. So it gave me this pop-up. It says manual edit or AI edit. Let's do AI edit. Upload a portrait video under 60 seconds to use AI edit. See, that's already inconvenient because I feel like a lot of the videos that you're going to be uploading will be longer than 60 seconds. My video is 2 minutes long, so I don't know if this is even going to work with this. So what I did is I cut down my original video to 59 seconds. So we're just going to be using that for the purposes of this video. I've uploaded my shorter video. Let's see if it will allow me to AI edit. Aha, there we go. So it's telling me to choose a style. Paper 2. Ooh, that's interesting. I like that one though. It's elegant. This one is giving finance bro. Oh, I like this one. Interesting. So it has a bunch of presets and I like that it allows us to choose the aesthetic that we're going for. I think for this one, I prefer this one. So I'm just going to go with this. And we also can apply a color. Now, I do have a brand color, so let me choose that. Let's see what it generates. There we go. It didn't seem to cut out any parts yet because this definitely shouldn't be in the video. I'm a marketing psychology nerd. Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales. Is it supposed to be this jumpy? Is it the speed of my computer right now or is it this website? Because I see myself moving normally as I'm recording this video without spending more money on marketing. In a real supermarket test, it's really hard to preview this because it's so jumpy. I wonder if I can lower the resolution and maybe it'll play it back better. Limit of 12 per customer, but why? Our brains are lazy and most of the time they're on autopilot. We're not about to waste precious brain power in the supermarket. So when our brain sees a number, it uses that number as a starting point. I think it's a really cool edit. So it added captions, it added, I think, a bunch of effects, this little overlay thing. And then it also added some images, which I think is super cool. It added some transitions. And it looks like it saved me well over an hour of editing. But I don't know how usable this is if I can't play and look at it. I tried looking for a way to lower the resolution of the video so it can play back smoothly, but I couldn't. Let's take a look at some of the other tools available here. So we can definitely change the template. Let's see the automatic tools. We can fix eye contact, which is really cool. We can denoise the audio. We can also change the aspect ratio. We can also add sounds. So using 11 Labs, which I love 11 Labs. We covered that actually in the previous video. You can also generate sounds. Music, which again, you can also generate. Oh no, not sound draw, which we also covered in the previous video. You can also add images if you wanted. If we look at the reviews of Captions.ai, it's quite mixed. On Trustpilot, it's a 1.6 out of 5. And then on Apple, it's 4.7. Maybe the mobile version is better. Same thing with Google. It has pretty high ratings in the Play Store. So I would say it's very beginner friendly. So a 10 out of 10 on that. Is it sketchy? Maybe. It has a very low Trustpilot rating, but really high ratings on Apple and Google. I don't know if it removed pauses and ums. It's hard to tell. It did not remove everything. So the beginning of the take, for some reason, it just didn't remove. It did add captions. It does fix sound if you need that. And it did add dynamic movement. And for the special features, for sure, it added really cool B-roll, and the edit itself was really good. So the overall rating for Captions AI, I would say I'd still put it in good. I think it's a really good edit. It's just that it's so hard to play it. And again, I don't know how sketchy it is based on the mixed reviews. Let's move on. Next one is Descript. I love the design of their website. And let's just click on Get Started for free. It was quite a long login process, but we made it. Let's figure out how to use this. So let's click on New Project, Video Project. So we have this pop-up where it's saying it's uploading and transcribing your media. So it kind of did that by default. It's showing us this demo video, and it's telling us try out these popular first edits. So studio sound, remove background noise and enhance voices. Definitely, yes. Captions, yes. Add fade transitions. No fades, because I think that is quite cheesy. But these two, we're going to apply. Have been successfully applied. Let's see what it can do. So it's giving me this transcription. I wonder if I can edit the video through the transcription. So let's say we want to cut out the word well. Is it going to cut it? Let's see.
Why did this happen?
Wait, let's go back.
Old sales. Why did this happen?
It did. So you can definitely do editing through the transcription, which I think is pretty cool. That saves you a lot of clicks of going in, finding the spot, cutting it, and then deleting it, and then whatever. That is a big time saver. So we've added the captions. Can we edit them? Oh, we can definitely edit them. We can change the font and we can change the colors and everything, though that is a bit tedious. Let's see. So we have the text style settings. I wonder if it can give us templates like in Capcut. So the custom style. So it's giving us karaoke, classic. What does clean look like? That's clean. Karaoke. Oh, that was karaoke. And then classic. That's just classic. The design for the captions seems to be a bit more manual. You can't really set a preset template like the way we could with Captions AI. So I don't love that. Visual effects, glass blur. What is this? It just deleted our text. So let us remove that. Never mind. So I added a glass blur and then I removed it and then it just deleted my captions? Wait, what? I'm confused. Let's go back to the karaoke. Maybe that will change it. Wait, did I break it? I think I broke it now. Well, that's great. Let's go to AI tools. Edit for clarity. Remove filler words. Let's try that. Wait, it says remove filler words, and then this one says remove filler words. That's a bit confusing, but let's see. We have 0 filler words. Cool. Shorten word gaps. Find all word gaps. So it's detected gaps in between the phrases. It's not showing me how to implement them. There we go. That was just a bit unintuitive. It has yet to remove this first part.
I'm a marketing site.
Well, it removed a bit of the gap, but it didn't really remove this first part. Studio sound. I think it already did that at the beginning, right? Create clips. Remove retakes. How about that? No edits to review. Hard to believe. I feel like I do have quite a few retakes in there. Eye contact. You can do green screen, generate an image, generate a video. You can blur speaker background, which is cool, but it didn't cut out the beginning part for sure, which I can do that pretty easily. So that's kind of the final result.
Without spending more money on marketing. In a real supermarket test, researchers compared.
I feel like that was a gap that they skipped.
Researchers compared setting up a limit of 12 per customer versus having no limit at all. And here's what they found.
So basically all it did was add some captions, remove a few pauses, but I don't think this is enough to call it like a one-click system. Let's look at some of the ratings. So let's take a look at some of the reviews. So I opened, the first thing I saw was Reddit. So it does seem like there are quite a few people saying it's just too clunky, but this is 2 years ago. But then we have people from 2 months ago saying the accuracy has improved significantly. So hard to say. And then if we take a look at Trustpilot, so it's 3.8. G2 reviews is 4.6. I really need Google Captera 4.7. How do we rate Descript? I do think it's beginner friendly. There wasn't anything difficult about it, but I do think the final result was meh. Now, was it high rated and non-sketchy? Some people don't like it on Reddit. It does seem to have low Trustpilot ratings. Not like Captions.ai, but still not too high. But then some websites are good. So I don't know. That's a 3 out of 5. And then, does it have all the necessary features? It did not choose the best takes automatically. It does remove pauses and ums. It did add captions, though they weren't very pretty and you're very limited because they don't have a lot of templates. It does fix sound, allegedly. And it didn't add any dynamic movement, and it didn't give us any bells and whistles and sparkly stuff like added B-roll and fun, cool AI stuff. For now, I'm putting it in the meh category because I don't think that it was that good, but it's not terrible. Let's move on to the next one. This one claims it's a free online video editor. It has AI tools to boost productivity. So let's click on that. It has a limit of 200 megabytes. So that's also a negative for me because, again, I tend to record slightly longer videos, like up to 3 minutes. So probably if I upload my original video, it wouldn't have worked. So the video has processed and uploaded. Let's drop it on the timeline. Is that it? It's just saying, we just click on add. Well, it didn't automatically do anything for us yet, so we have to probably go through all the things. So let's go through trim. Oh, so it wants me to trim it. Well, isn't that exactly what I want AI for? So I don't have to do the trimming, but let's humor it. Let's add a trim. And there we go. So that felt like a very manual trim. I am struggling to see the AI editing features. So maybe we'll click here. More. Click to add what? 1, 2. What are these? Some sort of animations. Elements. You can add stickers. Still struggling to see the AI features. You can add B-roll, which you have to manually choose, I'm assuming. I know this comes off as really lazy, but we are looking for a one-click AI video editor. I am really struggling to see the AI features. So what exactly is AI here? So this grid, maybe it's adjusting the colors as AI. So we're getting some filters, which is great. But at this point, I don't even understand how to add captions here. Maybe we go into voiceover, automated text to speech, import from uploads, record voiceover. We can add headlines, but I don't see captions. You know what? I'm not even going to do this. I've been staring at this screen for long enough and I can't even find captions. Maybe I'm just dumb, but also I feel like it shouldn't take that long to figure out how to create captions in 2025. And that could have been done automatically. Let's take a look at some of the reviews. We have an AI overview here saying the reviews are mixed. Let's look at Trustpilot in Invideo Studio. Is that the same thing? I'm not sure if that's the same thing, but it has a 2.7 rating. G2 Invideo 4.5. Invideo AI did not work for me at all. And then we have AI Invideo 4.2. So maybe Invideo has good ratings. Invideo. Was it beginner friendly? I don't think so. Well, the interface is easy enough, but there was nothing AI about it. Or maybe I just couldn't find those features, but it just seemed like a regular online video editor. And maybe I just misunderstood it. I don't know. Is it high rated and non-sketchy? It seems like the reviews are mixed, at least from the AI overview. And I've seen Invideo Studio having bad reviews and then another company called Invideo having good reviews. So that is a bit sketchy for me. And does it have the necessary features? Chooses best takes automatically? No. Removes pauses and ums? No. Adds captions? Also somehow no. Fixes sound? No. Adds dynamic movement? No. Adds B-roll? Well, you can choose B-roll yourself, and they do have a library for that, so I'll give them that. Other cool features? Didn't seem like it. So it's basically Capcut, but much simplified and much less AI. For me, Invideo, honestly, bad or absolutely not. I'm absolutely not going to use it, so I'll put it in the absolutely not. Let's move on. We have this tool here. It's mostly used for splitting one long video into 10 viral clips, but from what I understand, it's also an AI video editor. So let's try it out. So I've logged in and this is what I'm seeing. Get clips in one click. I don't really want clips, but I do need the video editor. So let's do that. Let's upload. And actually, I think for this one, it might support my full video. Never mind. My video ended up being higher than 1 gig in the size. So let's upload the shorter one. I'm honestly a bit confused as to how this tool is supposed to work with longer videos. My video was 3 minutes. And how do they work with 4K videos that are an hour long? So it seems like it's done. So similar to Descript, it gives us a transcript and we can click on any word to edit, adjust, or instantly generate B-roll. And I like that it's giving us a little tour. So we can add a section to create a content hook that boosts watch time. Cool. AI enhance. So it's giving us all the things that we want, right? So it's giving us remove filler word, remove pauses. Perfect. Auto generate AI B-roll. Love that. Auto generate stock B-roll. So it's giving us both options. You can also add natural voiceovers to generate an AI hook. You can add AI emojis for more expressive captions. That's cool. You can add AI keywords highlighter for better clarity. Auto transitions. So what does that do? Doesn't say. Speaker colors. Not sure what that does. Was that no transition effects since there were no jump cuts in this clip? Remove pauses. 3 pauses longer than 0 seconds are detected. So 10 seconds can be removed. So let's remove that. Remove filler words. No filler words found. Perfect. And do we want to add AI or stock? Let's do stock B-roll. So it auto-generated stock B-roll, but that's a very weird choice. Maybe let's go with this instead. And it just automatically replaced it. So I do like that. And then, so those are all the auto enhance things that we can do, I guess. Let's go into captions. So it didn't automatically add captions, which we don't love that. It's definitely giving us more templates than Descript. So let's just go with this first one. I feel like that's pretty standard. Now, I feel like it doesn't do AI clipping of things. Let me remove that first part till the intro to see what our final result looks like so far. Let's try to edit some of the words. So highlight, what does that mean? Highlight, we can do the color. We can customize. Let's try to edit it through the transcription. So I have this but why, which is definitely extra. So let's remove caption and video. And then again, remove caption and video. Let's see if it did this happen. Our brains are lazy and there we go. So definitely added that. Most of the time they're on autopilot. We're not about to waste precious. So yeah, we can see that it added some B-roll. We're setting up a limit of 12 per customer versus having no limit at all. And here's, so it definitely added some B-roll. It added some captions. It removed some pauses, but that seems like about it. But I am interested in this. And I like that we can change the highlighted words. So I guess we can choose the word lazy to be green, to be yellow. I want to see this AI hook feature. So if we say something like, you, I don't know, won't believe this psychologic trick, I don't know. And we say speaker voice. Well, it's not allowing us to choose my voice. So that doesn't really do anything for me in this case. But I do think that's a cool feature if you're doing like fully AI videos, I guess. Let's go to the reviews. I'm seeing some previews saying definitely improved. So maybe it was worse before. Some pretty low ratings on Trustpilot. I'm starting to think that Trustpilot, everyone has low ratings. I don't know. Good reviews on G2. And then Apple has some pretty high ratings for Opus Clip. Seems okay. Opus Clip. Was it beginner friendly? I think I like the fact that it gave you a walkthrough of how to use the features. I thought that was pretty cool. Like it introduced the features to you so you didn't have to do a lot of guesswork. I don't think it was really one click in the way we wanted it, but it was still pretty beginner friendly. It seemed like it's hard to say if it was high rated. I think that's the theme with all of these so far, at least. Is it sketchy? It didn't seem too sketchy. And does it have the necessary features? Chooses best takes automatically. Didn't seem like that. It does remove pauses and ums and filler words. It adds the captions. So it does remove pauses and ums. It does add captions. It fixes sound if you upgrade it. It does not add dynamic movement, but it does add B-roll, and it does add both types of B-roll. So you can do AI B-roll and regular stock footage B-roll, so which is pretty cool. It does have other cool features. I think the transcript editing is pretty cool. It makes editing really simple. So definitely that's a plus. But I don't think it was amazing. So maybe I would also put it in meh. I think it's like in between good and meh, but I don't have a category for that. I don't think it was as good as Captions for sure. So maybe we're putting it in meh. Let's move on to Submagic. This one I've also heard a lot about. Let's try it out. So I've logged in and immediately it's telling us to upload the video. So I love that it's giving me the option to upload my entire video, and the max duration is 5 minutes, which is perfect for me. But I will probably still upload the shorter video just so we have the same comparison between all of them. Uploaded it pretty fast, so let's click on generate captions. So it's giving us a few options of the captions, and I don't know which ones I want. I think these ones look pretty cool, and we want to choose the colors. So I want it closer to my brand colors. I'm going to do that. And then secondary. Do I need a secondary? Sure. Let's do an orange. Cool. So we have the captions ready. I'm a marketing psychology nerd. Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales without spending more money on marketing. So it's showing me the captions. I do like how they look. That's pretty cool. It also says edit captions. What does that mean? So you can go in and you can edit the actual words. That's cool. What does generate hook title mean? Generate your hook title with AI. So that would be somewhere at the beginning. Oh, okay, so it adds a text hook at the beginning. That's really cool. That is a really neat feature that I didn't even think about. That could be super useful because you do ideally want to have some sort of text hook at the beginning. Cool. Love that feature. Let's go into Magic Tools to see what it does. So it can clean audio. It's not doing that. Why? Is it because I need to upgrade it first? Probably. Remove silences. Remove bad takes. Yes. In one click. Is it actually going to do that for us? Let's see. Add magic zoom. So that's the dynamic zoom that we wanted. I'm starting to like this tool a lot. Let's see what it looks like so far. I'm a marketing psychology nerd. Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales without spending more money on marketing. In a real supermarket test, researchers compared setting up a limit of 12 per customer versus having no limit at all. And here's what they found. Hey, I really like that. I think I'm just starting to get interested because I think this is the tool that I'm actually going to go with. Well, at least so far. Magic B-rolls, free videos, premium videos, percentage of magic. So we don't want to overdo it. So let's do 25. Let's see magic B-rolls. Let's see how that looks. 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales without spending more money on. Most of the time they're on autopilot. We're not about to waste precious brain power in the supermarket. I do think the B-roll is quite cringy. Maybe I wouldn't use the B-roll, so let's reset that. And then let's go back to the magic tools. I want to see what else it can do. So add magic B-roll, we did that. Magic zooms, we can only reset that. I think we can't control how many zooms it does. Clean audio. Maybe it thinks the audio is already clean. Correct eye contact. So I need to upgrade to use that. Well, I think my eye contact is fine here most of the time. Let's look at the audio. So we can add music, and then what else? We can change the colors. So it pretty much gives us all the basics. And then for the trim, so let's remove the silences here. No silences found. I think we already did that. It already removed the but why, so the second but why from here. So we don't need to do that, but I'm guessing that if we wanted to remove something, we can maybe remove the entire line or remove one word. So let's remove the entire line here and see if it removed it.
7. Why did this happen?
There we go. So it removed it. So it has the text editor. I love that. It has all the magic tools. And then I do like the final results. I just don't love the B-roll, but maybe we need to upgrade to premium B-roll to get better results. That's pretty cool. Let's preview the final results.
I'm a marketing psychology nerd. Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales without spending more money on marketing. In a real supermarket test, researchers compared setting up a limit of 12 per customer.
So I do like the final results. Let's look at the reviews. So let's take a look at Submagic AI reviews. The first thing that popped up for me was Reddit, and I've opened up that, and it does seem like this specific person says that the site is often down or glitchy with the exports, and then it did have some people agreeing with that, and then someone disagreeing with that. I don't know. And then when we go into the reviews, this is the first one that actually had a good review on Trustpilot. So I don't know if that means something. It has good reviews on G2. So again, reviews are mixed. So we don't know. But again, Trustpilot seems to be good with this one. So Submagic, I think that this one is pretty beginner friendly. High rated, not sketchy. Again, mixed. It has all the necessary features, I think. It chooses the best takes automatically. It was the first one that actually removed the first part of the video where I was picking up the camera. Then it removed all the pauses and ums. It adds captions. It fixes sound. It adds dynamic movement, even a bit more than I would like. The B-roll was not it, in my opinion. Maybe we do need to upgrade to the upgraded features to see what it looks like. And did it have other cool features? I didn't notice any, but I do think that this one I would rate as good because I personally, I'm going to consider this one, I think. I do like it. Compared to Captions, it's not as one click as Captions was, but I do think it gives you a bit more control, which for me personally is a good thing because I do want to have a bit more control over all the aspects. But it takes a bit longer, I guess, to edit than Captions. So far, that's the rating. Let's move on. So this one is not exactly an AI editor. I think it's more so for AI video creation. But from what I understand, it does also do editing. So I wanted to test it out as well. Now, if only I can find the editor. Video editor. There we go. How do we upload anything? Storyboard. So it's uploaded. Not sure what to do with it now. Maybe we go on the timeline. Voiceover, music, text, display captions. No captions here. Videos, images. I'm struggling here. I don't understand what to do. So I guess, you know what? Maybe this isn't, okay, you know what? I think maybe I was wrong and this is not an AI video editor and this is more for generation of videos. But clearly either I can't figure it out, I clearly can't figure it out, or it's not meant for this. So let's skip this one and maybe I'll just put it under here because I don't know. Is that absolutely not? Maybe not. Well, for this purpose, it is absolutely not. Let's do that. It's not a bad product, I don't think. It's just not for editing. So there we go. So let's just move on to the next one. This one says it's specifically for YouTube videos, but I don't see why it wouldn't work for other types of videos. So let's click on that. So let's try it out. So it's giving us an option for Windows if we wanted that, but we'll use the web app. And which language? Let's do English. Videos. I like how simplistic it is. So this one allows you to upload multiple gigs of videos. So that's a really big benefit in my eyes. Then we just want to click on next. It's giving us all the options up front. Oh my goodness, this is so simple. So we have cut silences, cut back takes, remove filler words, auto captions. Let's add that. Auto zoom, sure. Enhance audio, why not? AI background. I don't know if I need an AI background in that video. We didn't do it for the other one, so let's keep it like this. But it's also giving us a text editor, which is great. Do want to see what the result looks like so far.
I'm a marketing psychology nerd. Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales without spending more money on marketing.
I want to see if they remove this but why part. Where is that? Skip there.
7. They nearly doubled sales. Why did this happen? But why? Our brains are lazy.
So it didn't recognize the but why, but I wonder how hard is it going to be to cut it out. Oh, I think that's literally it. Wait, what?
7. They nearly doubled sales. Why did this happen? Our brains are lazy.
That was really fast and easy to remove. I don't like the caption style. I wonder if we can change that. That looks fairly simple. So it just pulls up all these options and then we can just choose. I don't know if I absolutely love the styles that they're offering for the captions. Actually, this one is okay. Well, actually, let's move it here. Let's make it smaller. Wait, what? Let's move it this way. And I wonder, what is this? So we can change what we want about the caption. So we can change word animations, bounce, fade in, cool. So we have the bounce and float. We can add an outline, and add a background. Don't want a background. Add a box, cool. And I can make it bolder. I can make it all caps, which is great. And then I can choose any style. Let's go with impact. We can choose the color. We can choose the size. Maybe let's make it a bit smaller. For some reason, you have to scroll to make it smaller. You can't just click on the arrows, but cool. Let's keep it at that. And then enhance. What does enhance mean? Enhance, auto zoom, magnitude, moderate. So this is what we were missing, I think, on Submagic. So we can say, we can do less of a zoom and we can do more of a zoom. And then we can say how big the zoom is going to be and whether to center the face. That's cool. And we can also do B-rolls. So let's see what the B-roll is going to look like.
Setting up a limit of 12 per customer versus having no limit at all. And here's what they found.
That's not bad. Did they add it here or is this just transitions?
Nearly doubled sales. Why did this happen? Our brains are lazy.
That's not the worst. And then I think the B-roll is taking a bit too long, so maybe we shorten it. And we can also replace it with all these other B-roll footages. And then we also can do AI if we wanted to, which is pretty cool. So I do like the final result with this one. Let's take a look at some of the ratings. So for Gling AI, I see some Reddit where someone's saying that the frame rate is jittery. Let's take a look. Do we see? So for Gling AI, I did find one review on YouTube here. So that's the first thing that pops up. So G2 3.8, Trustpilot only has one review. And then there's something here, like some sort of review at 3.5. And then a bunch of YouTube things. So unclear. Edits are so choppy, it always ruins jokes because it doesn't understand timing. It actually used to be good, but they kept updating and adding features. So I don't know. I thought I liked it, but hard to say. Not a lot of reviews. So what is my final rating for Gling? I think that it's very beginner friendly. It basically gave us all the features that we wanted right on the first page. So ease of use, 100%. And then for the rating, I think it didn't have enough ratings compared to the other ones. So maybe it's a newer app. But it does have all the necessary features. It got the best takes automatically. It removed all the pauses and it added the captions and we could edit them. Though I did think the templates were not as good as the Submagic ones and not as good as the Caption AI ones. It fixed the sound, it added dynamic movement, which I like more than the Submagic one. I think the movement here is better and it gives you like more options, or at least maybe I can figure it out on Submagic how to add the dynamic movement. It adds B-roll, which is not really that bad. And obviously, we also have the text editor for the video, which we love as one of the cool features. So I think I'm going to put Gling in good as well. And finally, we have Veed, which a lot of people talk about online. So we've uploaded the video. Let's find the features that we need. So AI agent, what does that do? Make my video good for TikTok. Ooh, let's try that. So it's supposed to add the aspect ratio. Cool. We'll add subtitles and music. I gotta say, I paused the video, but this thing has been at it for a good 10 minutes. So I don't know if we can just go back. Maybe voiceover, we don't need that. Video. So it's giving us options for stock videos. Images, generate B-roll images. Can it generate B-roll videos? No, so we have to choose them. Let's add subtitles. So I think it generated subtitles and we can choose different designs. I do like the options here. Let's go with, I don't know, let's go with this one. Why not? Let's see how it looks.
I'm a marketing psychology nerd. Give me 60 seconds and I'll tell you how you can double your sales.
I really like the captions actually. It says clean audio. We have to sign up for that. Let's do that. So I actually really like the captions here. Let's see how we can edit them. So does it have the detach, delete? So I think we can only delete the captions, but not the text. What if we choose text? So let's just give us this text. Elements. We can add stickers. So let's go back to the AI agent. Well, I don't think the AI agent did anything. Let's look at some reviews. So again, first thing pops up is Reddit, and people are saying absolutely do not use Veed. There are so many bugs and errors. Whoops. Again, Trustpilot 3.9. Saw some videos here. And then some people are saying Veed is a scam. Reviews are mixed, some saying easy to use, some saying misleading pricing and poor customer support. Yikes. G2 has good reviews, but then Captura has very bad reviews. So again, mixed, but I don't love that it's saying, is Veed a safe site? Is it safe? Is it a scam? That's red flags, literally. So for our final tool, I think it's beginner friendly for sure. Does it do everything in one click? No. Is it not sketchy? No, because definitely so many people are saying it's a scam. So that's definitely a 0 out of 5. And then does it have the necessary features? It doesn't choose the best takes automatically. It doesn't remove pauses. It adds captions, and the captions are actually very nice. 5 out of 5. I love the captions. It does fix sound, and then it adds dynamic movement. No, it doesn't. You can add B-roll images and videos, but it is going to be manual. And then, no, I think you can add automatic B-roll images, but not B-roll videos. And I haven't seen really any other cool features. So this one, I would do bad because it does some video editing, and I do love the captions. The captions are really pretty. So if you just wanted to add captions, I think maybe you'd be good. But other than that, it's kind of sketchy, I think. So this is editing Xenia, and I just can't believe how stupid I've been. So I've been using Capcut for a long time, and I haven't even realized that they've added a feature for auto transcripts. Let me show you what that does. So it's exactly the same thing that I've been looking for in all these tools, but I realized that we actually have this in Capcut. So you just select the entire video or the section that you want to get the transcript for. You click on the button transcript, and then it starts generating it. I'll show you in a bit once it loads. Usually it takes a minute. And mind you, this is a very long recording. So as you can see, it generated the entire transcript for that really long video. So what we want to do next is just click on this button here called remove filler words. And it's going to find all the ums, buts, finally, and all the pauses. And you can see it says it found 170 filler words. So all you need to do is click on remove and watch how it cut up that video and basically cut it in two. Imagine how long that would have took me if I did that manually. So I'm just very happy that I found that button. And then on top of that, You can also see the deleted text, but then you can also generate captions directly from here, from the transcript, if you wanted to. So all you do is just click on generate captions and boom, you have your captions there. And then from here, it'll give you the menu with the caption templates, and it has a ton of templates. So it's already showing us a preview here of one of them. And all you do is you just click whichever one you like. Let's say I'll click this one, and then it will change all the captions to that template. And recently, Capcut added some cool features like AI avatars and AI generated videos as well. I just wanted to jump in here and let you know that Capcut actually has all these features as well. Now that we have our surprise edition Capcut, let's see how we're going to rate it. I wouldn't say it's super beginner friendly because it doesn't really do everything in one click. And I've been using CapCut for a very long time and I didn't know that they had the transcript AI. So it's not really intuitive. You do have to learn it, but it's definitely not sketchy and it's definitely very high rated. I've been using it for very long and definitely easily and really quickly removes pauses and ums from even a very long video. So that was super impressive. Captions, and it adds really nice captions. You have a lot of template options. It fixes the sound for sure. You can add dynamic movement as well, and you can actually generate b-roll, like AI b-roll for CapCut as well. And it does have a lot of cool features. So I don't know where to really put it because it's not beginner friendly. I don't know if I would put it in amazing, but it still is the most trustworthy tool for me. So I would also put it into the good category. Let's just move this over. There we go. So yeah, that's the final table. We haven't really found an amazing tool. Maybe I'll be on the lookout for that. But so far, all of them are good because they're missing one or more of my subjective lazy girl video editing criteria. I think if you go with any of these, you would definitely cut down your editing time by an hour or so. So, highly recommend to go with any of these. And I'll put the rating underneath this video so you can check out these tools if you want to use them. And for the top 3, I'll try to see if I can get any type of discount for you maybe. See you next video.